And here is a whole chicken. And then we have some canola oil, some balsamic vinegar, some maple syrup, fresh ground pepper, Vidalia onions and red onions, some powdered garlic, and fresh ground Hawaiian black salt and Himalayan pink salt.
Ooh.
Oh, and apples.
And anything done to the apple?
So we cut up the apples, we cored it, and we took out the seeds. Then it is Granny Smith apples and Honey Crisp.
Looks like it's going to be delicious.
Hello, I'm Bracha Shor with Sweet and Good Catering, and today we are coming to you to make a sweet chicken for Rosh Hashanah. So what we do is we take a whole chicken and pat it dry. The reason why you're patting it dry is to make sure the skin will end up being crispy. You take a quarter cup of oil, and what you do is you brush it on. If you have a brush and you're so inclined, go get the brush and brush it on. Otherwise, you can just use your fingers, move it around, turn the chicken over, put more oil on the flip side, and pour it all in. Then once that's done, then you take a quarter cup of maple syrup and then a quarter cup of balsamic vinegar, mix them together, and then you'll dabble it onto your chicken. So what I like to do is I like to lift up the skin of the chicken and put it under so that it gets into the chicken and marinates it a little bit. The flavor becomes much bolder. You also put it on the inside, and then you flip your chicken over and again try to pull up the skin and pour the balsamic vinegar and maple syrup concoction under the skin so it can touch as much chicken as possible. Then pour it all on so it's there. Then you take fresh ground pepper, a quarter teaspoon, and you drizzle it on. Again, I like to go on the inside so the flavor's there, and I put some the end on the bottom of the pan so that again the flavor gets all mixed together. 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. If you like minced garlic, you can certainly use that. Same thing, on the top, on the bottom, in the middle. Then I took 2 half onions, 1 Vidalia half onion and 1 red onion, and then you just pour that on so that it's all over your chicken. Some on the bottom so it sucks up that flavor and you have a delicious, delicious broth at the end. And then we took 2 Granny Smith apples and 2 Honey Crisp apples. We cut them and cored them so that there's no seeds. Seeds are quite unsightly and not yummy to eat, and as you guys all know, there's cyanide in there. Don't eat the seeds. There are 7,500 apple varieties to be gotten in the United States, although most supermarkets only have 3 or 4, so if ever you have an opportunity, go to fun Asian markets or farmer markets and you can get a whole bunch of different apples. So then what you do is you get all the apples in here. You don't really want them too much on the top because what'll happen is they dry out. If they can be in the sauce, if they can be on the bottom where the chicken juices will also flow, then they'll be softer. So you get all of your apples in here. You have 4 apples cut up. Then the last bit, we have black Himalayan salt as well as black Hawaiian salt and pink Himalayan salt as a finisher. So you put the salt on top, you can rub it in, get some in the bottom, in the inside, wherever you want. I'm just gonna get it all in, so that's very fun. Then we're gonna pop it in the oven. Okay, we're gonna pop this in the oven at 375 for 30 minutes, and then we'll lower the heat to 350 for another hour. Oh, I'm so excited, it's gonna be delicious!
Wow, this smells fantastic. This is the chicken and apple, sweet apple chicken for Rosh Hashanah. We got the apples, the onions, the Hawaiian black salt, the maple syrup, the balsamic vinegar, and this gorgeous chicken. It's gonna be delicious. I'm so excited.